Roll call of aldermen.
Alderman Kinsella. Here. Alderman Hazel.
Here.
Alderwoman Pusa. Here. Alderwoman Duco. Here. Alderman Randall.
Here.
Alderman Ferguson.
Here.
Alderman Anthony.
Here.
Alderman Obian.
Here.
Alderman Dintelman.
Here.
Alderwoman Schaefer.
Here.
Alderwoman Steele.
Here.
Alderman Rothweiler.
Here.
Alderman Elmore.
Here.
Alderman Weigott.
Here.
Alderman Wiggington.
Here.
Alderman Barfield.
Here.
All 16 are present. Roll call of department heads.
City Treasurer Hart.
Here.
City Attorney Horner. Police Chief Bill Clay. Fire Chief Tom Poor.
Here.
Finance Director Jamie Matrit. Director of Maintenance Ken Vaughn. Director of Public Works Jason Poole. Director of Wastewater Royce Carlisle. Interim Director of Residential and Commercial Development Services Anissa McCaskill. Director of Library Leander Spearman. Director of IT Scott Markovich.
Assistant Chief is here for the chief tonight, and I think everybody else is. Oh, Brian's here for Garrett. Garrett will be here. Thank you for filling in at the beginning. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, if you would please join me and stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have no public hearing this evening. If we would have to leave, I don't know if I see too many new faces. If we would have to ever leave for a storm, we'd go across the lobby. The police officers would certainly guide us. There's a door across from the clerk's office to go downstairs for bad weather. If we had a fire, we'd ask you to go carefully and quietly outside, and we'd ask that you'd meet in front of the courthouse sign so we can kind of check with each other if all of our friends we were with got out okay. At this time, I will open public participation. I will ask you to raise your hand if you're interested in speaking. I will ask you to limit your comments to approximately 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes on a topic related to the city or to the city business. And I will ask at this time if anyone's interested or desiring to speak at public participation. Yes, sir. Come up to the microphone, please. State your name and tell us what's on your mind.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Hi, my name is Andrew Willis. I own the barber shop on 10th and West Main, 1005 West Main. And it's been very difficult for me in this patch. She owns the business right across the street from me. It's been very, very difficult. My business has dropped by 40%. And the way the barbershop business works, when clients leave, they don't come back. And this construction is ruining my business. I've only been in business for 2 years. Everybody I talk to, Mr. Gregowitz and individuals tell me, oh, it's gonna be beautiful when it's done. Well, I won't be able to see it because I'm gonna be out of business. I don't know where to turn. They've done damage to my building. I have cracks in my building. I have leaks in my basement. And I don't know what to do. I want to call the police because I felt like I've been done so wrong. And I spoke with Ms. Patton. She says she feels the same thing. They tell her, oh, we'll be done in 2-3 weeks. They've been in front of her building since March. She's trying to close up and sell her stuff. She can't get nobody to drive through there and buy her items if they can't see her. My senior citizen clients just stop coming. They can't get to me. I'm losing, and I'm about to shut down. I just thought that I'd come and ask, what can I do? I need some help.
Well, we're glad that you came forward. We've been reaching out or trying to reach out. Maybe they just didn't catch you. We have had an enormous amount of anything but good luck on this project up till now. We've got a 100-year-old sewer in the middle of that street that we were trying to separate so that the stormwater would get out of the sewer and we wouldn't have the backups in people's basements that we've been having. We had problems with that. We had problems. The water company came in, and we wanted them to come in while we had it tore up. They had an exceptionally difficult time with their new water lines and with getting it tested. I think it was said a while ago, it was a 9-week delay that we didn't have any part of, but it's still in our streets. The sewer was another problem. We had extreme problems with the sewer. Now, I will tell you, while I can't disagree with you, and I certainly sympathize with your concerns. Starting next week, we believe Hank's Excavating will take over the construction of the streetscape. I met with Hanks about 2 weeks ago, and I told him the merchants along this area have really struggled putting up with all the delays and all the problems. They've assured me that they're going to do everything in their power to communicate with you all. I also learned into this thing that communication wasn't always the greatest from all the different subcontractors we had in the project thus far. I would ask you to please feel free to keep in touch with my office, but you're going to hear somebody or see somebody from Hanks coming around starting next week and keeping you informed. They're going to do everything in their power to keep your business accessible. We had some very unique we had some very unique things happen. And we're going to have signs up that say all businesses are still open. We did this before when we worked with Hanks on the streetscape in the past. And so I appreciate what you're saying, but I believe very much so that we're going to, they've done this for us before, they've done these streetscapes, and I think they really understand how you guys are hurting. So we're going to be on it starting immediately, and all I can say is I'm hoping that it really gets a lot better. And you just got to tell us, and we'll probably have some more meetings. We had a few businesses, I know at the far end of 12th Street, Stein Automotive and the automotive shop there across the street, they contacted us numerous times with some concerns, and we sat down and met with them. But we'll be glad to meet with you as often as necessary. But I think I really believe it's going to get smoother, but I can't tell you that it's going to be totally perfect because it's construction. And we're dealing with stuff, like I said, we're dealing with 100-year-old infrastructure. It will be nice, Tim was right, it will be nice when we get in the new sidewalk, curb, and overlay and lamppost. It'll be, but I also hear your statement. You got to be there to appreciate it. I get that. So please talk to us. Don't hesitate to contact me. I think my cards are still on the back of the table, but we'll do everything in our ability to help you this final stretch of the way.
Thank you, Mr.
We
And I had a leak in the building, my water meter was turned off. One of those construction people turned the water on, and I had 1,100 gallons of water going to my basement.
well then that there we need to know that.
Nobody would say they did it. So
Well, I would be glad to entertain, if you two, I don't mean to keep you after the meeting tonight because we're going to have a executive session later on. If you want to call my office tomorrow, we'll set something up with the water company and with these folks, and we'll sit down and listen and note your concerns, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Thank you.
I honestly wished you would have contacted me sooner. I thought the people who had the major issues had come forward, but please don't hesitate. We're gonna do our best. When we did the downtown streetscape, I'm not gonna tell you it was perfect and it was without challenges. But when Hanks was involved with that and they got the low bid on that as well, they really did manage the challenges for us very well. So give me a call, okay? Anybody else? Okay, I'm going to close public participation. We're going to go on to, we have no presentations, recognitions, or appointments tonight right now. Approval of minutes. I'd ask for a motion to approve the City Council meeting minutes and the executive session minutes of September 3rd, 2019. Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Pusa. Do I hear discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor of receiving and filing the minutes, both sets of minutes, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Claims, payroll, and disbursements. I'd ask for a motion to pay the claims and disbursements in the amount of $541,552.34, and the payroll in the amount of $896,559.03. Motion by Alderman Kinsella, second by Alderman Anthony. Discussion on the claims or payroll or disbursements. Roll call.
Kinsella. Aye. Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Aye. Duco. Aye. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield.
Motion carries. We go over to page 2, streets and grades, Alderman Wiggington.
11A, behalf of Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to accept the donation of Peterson Pond property, St. Clair County, permanent parcel number 02-32.0-44422-034 from Baus Properties LLC and authorize the city attorney to prepare a quit claim deed to effectuate the property transfer. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second? Second by Alderman Steele. Do I hear discussion? This is Peterson Pond as part of the original Safe Streets to to school with the kids out there at Signal Hill. What is that called? Is Eric still here? Safe Streets? Safe Streets, yes. Safe route to school. And we did this several years ago, and we got into the fact that there was a dam at that old pond, and it was failing, and we had to work through the IDNR. So we've got it straightened out now, but Mr. Kevin Baus would like to get out from being a part of the technicality of all this, and quite honestly, he only owns part of it, we own the other part, and it would make sense really to, he's willing to give it to us. It puts it all under the city's auspices. The Nature's Classroom with Heartland Conservatory, they're working with the schools, Blessed Sacrament and Signal Hill, on this project, but the IDNR is monitoring it because it is a dam that had to be repaired. It's no longer a pond, it's a dry detention base, but it's really turned out very nice. Eric and Dean and quite a few volunteers were out there again this weekend. I went out there. There's quite a bit of work that's been done, but it makes sense. We talked it over with the city attorney and with several, that it makes sense that we would accept this from Kevin Baus. So we have a motion and we have a second. Any discussion further with additional to those comments? Roll call.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella.
Motion carries. Alderman Wiggington.
11A2, on behalf of Streets and Grade Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve the annual surveying services contract with Coleman Design Group Incorporated in the amount of $35,000. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Schaefer. Do I hear any discussion on this particular item coming from Streets and Grades? Roll call.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella. Hazel.
Motion carries.
11A3, on behalf of Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve scrapping a 1992 International Series 4000 sanitation truck, VIN number 45938, and a 2000 Mack CS300 model sanitation truck, VIN number 702186. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second by Alderman Rothweiler? Do I hear discussion on scrapping these trucks? No discussion? Roll call.
Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella. Hazel. Pusa.
Motion carries.
11A4, on behalf of Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve selling a 2009 International Series 7400 sanitation truck, VIN number 5752710. So moved.
Motion been by Wiggington, second by Duco. Any discussion on this motion? Roll call.
Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman. Schaefer. Steele. Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wiggington. Barfield. Kinsella. Hazel. Pusa. Duco.
Motion
11A5,
carries.
on behalf of Streets and Grades Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve force accounts for DMS contracting for work performed on the 6th to 12th Street sewer separation in the amount of $222,000 $378.74. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Dillman. Do I hear discussion on this motion? Roll call.
Ferguson. Aye. Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall.
11A6, we have a Streets and Grades Committee. I'd like to make a motion to approve the agreement for professional services with Gonzalez Company in the amount of $160,750 for the 6th to 12th Streetscape. So moved.
Motion by Wiggington, second by Kinsella. Do I hear discussion on this motion? Roll call.
Anthony. Aye. Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson.
Motion carries. Alderman Wiggington, you continue with Ordinance and Legal Review
You
Committee.
got it. 11B1, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve amendments to Title III, Administration, Chapter 32, Organizations, Sections 32.055 through 32.080, Human Relations Commission of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington. Do I hear a second by Alderman Randall? Do I hear discussion? Roll call.
Ovian. Aye. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant.
Aye.
Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony.
Motion carries. Next.
11B2, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve amendments to Section 162.357, Act Prohibited, and 162.358, Design Review Request Required of Chapter 162 Zoning Code of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Randall. Do I hear discussion? Roll call.
Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian.
11,
Motion carries.
11B3, on behalf of Ordinance and Legal Committee, I'd like to make a motion to approve amendments to Title 15, Land Usage, Chapter 154, Property Maintenance Code, Sections 154.40 through 154.55, Crime-Free Housing of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois. So moved.
Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Randall once again. Any discussions on this ordinance? Roll call.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman.
Aye.
Motion carries. Mr. Kinsella, Alderman, Economic Development.
On behalf of the Economic Development and Annexation, I make a motion to approve development agreement with Jason Buss in the amount of $10,000 TIF refunds for remodeling and landscape improvements at 907 West C Street and 904 West D.
Motion by Alderman Kinsella, second by Alderman Pusa. Discussion on this motion. Roll call.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Master Sewer Committee, Alderman Dillman.
I'd like to make a motion from the Master Sewer Committee, a motion to approve change order number 5 from Baxmar Construction Incorporated for the Phase 4, 23rd Street CSO Lift Station Project in the amount of $256,811.42.
Motion by Alderman Dillman, second by Alderman Schaefer. Do I hear discussion on this motion from Master Sewer? Roll call.
Rothweiler. Elmore. Weigant. Wigington.
Aye.
Barfield.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Hazel.
Aye.
Pusa. Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Motion carries. Traffic Committee, Alderman Ovian.
On behalf of the Traffic Committee, 11E, motion to approve a crosswalk at Richmond Springs, so moved.
Motion by Alderman Ovian, second by Alderman Steele. Any discussion? All in favor of having the proper ordinance drawn and proving this? There's no ordinance for this one. So, all in favor of approving this motion coming from the Traffic Committee signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Communications.
Okay. Can I read them all together?
Read them together.
Okay. 12A, Oktoberfest, 9/19/2019. Oktoberfest Committee request to amend their street closure request for Thursday, September 19th, 10 a.m. Close West Main Street from Illinois Street to the east side of 2nd Street and first block of North 1st Street. Chris Kindle Market, 11/29/2019 through 12/23/2019. Chris Kindle Market Committee request to amend their street closure request. Saturday, November 30th, 2019, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Close the first block of West Main Street between 1st Street and 159. VIP area opens at 5 p.m. Concerts 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Additional request to place banners across North Illinois Street, East Main, and West Main Street, November to December. 12C rehearsal dinner, 9/20/2019. Tavern on Main request to have a rehearsal dinner Friday, September 20th, 2019, 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Street closure request, North Church Street from East Main Street to Alley. Additional services requested, no parking signs, barricades, picnic tables, trash toters, and use of gaslight patio. 12D, Klein Air Auction, 9/21/2019. Belleville Historical Society request to hold the Klein Air Auction, Paint Historic Belleville, Saturday, September 21st, 2019, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Street closure request, 150 feet of East Garfield Street from Mascuda Avenue towards Auburn, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Additional services requested, no parking signs and barricades. 12E, September 11 Memorial Walkway of Southern Illinois, 5K Run and Walk, 11/16/2019. September 11 Memorial Walkway of Southern Illinois Committee requests a rain date for their 5K Run Walk, Saturday, November 16th, 2019, 9:11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Street closure request, North 3rd Street between West C Street and West F Street, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. Additional city services requested, barricades, cones, chalk, no parking signs, trash toters, and Belleville Police Department personnel.
I'm asking for a motion to approve communications 12A, 12B, 12C, 12D, and 12E. Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Ferguson. Any discussion on those communications as just read by the clerk? All in favor of these motions signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have no petitions and no resolutions this evening. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to read by title only Ordinance 8369, 8370, 8371, 8372, 8373, 8374, and 8375. Motion by Alderman Wiggington, second by Alderman Schaefer. This is to read them by title only. Do you want to read them as a group or separate? As a group, okay, Alderman Schaefer?
Yes.
All in favor to read by title only and as a group signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
15A, Ordinance 8369, 2019, an ordinance amending Title III Administration, Chapter 32 Organizations, Sections 32.055 through 32.080, Human Relations Commission of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof. 15B, Ordinance 8370, 2019, an ordinance amending Title III Administration, Sections 162.357, Act Prohibited, and 162.358, Design Review Request Required of Chapter 162 Zoning Code of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof. 15C, Ordinance 8371, 2019, an ordinance amending Title 15, Land Usage, Chapter 154, Property Maintenance Code, Sections 154.40 through 154.55, Crime-Free Housing of the Revised Code of Ordinances of Belleville, Illinois, as amended by amending portions of sections thereof. 15D, Ordinance 8372, 2019, an ordinance enacting and adopting a supplement to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Belleville, Illinois, and declaring an emergency. 15E, Ordinance 8373, 2019, an ordinance authorizing sale and conversion of personal property. 1992 International Sanitation Department. 15F, Ordinance 8374, 2019, an ordinance authorizing sale and conversion of personal property, 2000 Mass Sanitation Department. 15G, ordinance 8375, 2019, an ordinance authorizing sale and conversion of personal property, 2009 International Sanitation Department.
Do I hear a motion to approve ordinance 8369, 8370, 8371, 8372, 8373, 8374, and 8375 as they had just been read? Motion by Alderman Schaefer, second by Alderman Steele. Any discussion on these ordinances? Roll call.
Elmore?
Aye.
Wygant? Aye. Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Pusa? Duco? Randall? Ferguson? Anthony? Ovian? Dintelman? Schaefer? Steele? Rothweiler?
Motion carries. Unfinished business, I don't know if anybody has anything. Miscellaneous and new business.
Mayor, I have a request that we go ahead and take a look at a bid received for 9823 West Main Street, illegal dumping on the property. I know we haven't received the money from the state, and we haven't received back the request to go ahead and see if we could use part of the demolition.
We just got the procedures this week. So we're in the process of applying for the grant and seeing if that will be eligible. But today, well, I take it back. We got it on Friday. Friday we got it, and Friday. And so we're in the process now of, that's good news because now we can move forward.
I'll make a suggestion. Why don't we use the funds and we can transfer the funds out of the narcotics, which is $5,995.55, and we can go ahead and transfer it to go ahead and take care of, if you'll let me go ahead and finish. And then once we receive the declaration whether or not we can use that money, we can transfer that money out of the demolition, if they allow us to, back into the narcotics fund. And we don't have to wait, because every day that we go ahead and waste time of cleaning this up, we've got a bid from Hanks of $1,575. This would go ahead and help the neighborhood considerably.
Well, I would have to talk to, and Brian's sitting in tonight, and I haven't talked to him about anything like this, but Garrett and I and Brian would have to talk along. I see Jamie's kind of give me the look. It's not going to fly, I'm positive, because we're mixing pots of money that you can't mix. And am I correct? And the auditors would frown on this, and you coming from a financial background probably understand the challenges we face there. I'm very much now suddenly, I'm smiling because we got this paperwork on Friday, and hopefully we're going to get some, we're going to go, Eric and Jenny and Jamie and all of us are going to sit down and get going on applying for this. That would also be, we got a quote from Hanks, but we're going to go out for bid on all these demolitions and this cleanup, and we'll get 3 competitive bids, and we'll get the lowest of those. It might even be cheaper, but we're close. But I think we can't mix apples and oranges here. It's not going to be approved. And so I give you credit, I'll give you a gold star for trying, but I think we're going to have to be patient a little bit longer, okay? It's just what I'm going to have to, I know that's what Garrett's going to tell me. I'm not, there's no, Garrett, I know James.
It amazes me that we can take money out of TIF to help others.
But-
We have no, Johnny and I have no TIF money.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know where you've been saying your prayers, but getting this grant and getting all these houses theoretically torn down in your ward, you're the luckiest Ward 4 alderman, the two of you, in eons, because ever since they decided they didn't want TIF years ago, there's not squat that's been able to be done there. So, you're catching a break. Thank the governor for that. Miscellaneous and no new business motor fuel claims in the amount of $4,146.57. Do I hear a motion? Alderman Steele, second by Alderman Dittelman. Any discussion on motor fuel claims? Roll call.
Wygant? Aye. Wiggington?
Aye.
Barfield?
Aye.
Kinsella?
Aye.
Hazel?
Aye.
Pusa? Duco. Randall. Ferguson. Anthony. Ovian. Dintelman.
Aye.
Schaefer.
Aye.
Steele.
Aye.
Rothweiler. Elmore.
Motion carries. Look at that. Boy, timing is everything. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask for a motion to go into executive session to discuss appointment, employment, and compensation of a specific employee of the city pursuant to Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act, 5 ILCS 120/2C1 at this time. Do I hear a motion? Motion by Alderman Hazel, second by Alderman Pusa. All in favor of going into executive session for the above stated reasons signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like Jamie and I'd like Anissa to stay.